Welcome to Disco Night at Ritter Rink. All right, minute 20 left. We're at Ritter Arena. Orono versus Blaine PWAA. Music, I'm assuming prescribed by Dr. Scott Erickson on the DJ duties. We got 1 minute and counting, so they'll gather up the pucks, then we'll get started. right. Orono finishing up the warm-up. We'll come out for the drop of the puck momentarily. It's good to see we've got the coaches outnumbered 4-3. That way, in case of a fight, we know we've got backup. Blaine AA. I have no idea what their record is. Orono coming in as an A team. 9-1-4, I believe. They are 9-8-1, says my producer. They don't pay him the big bucks for nothing.
Most recently with a 6-0 victory over St. Cloud AA.
Most recently with a 6-0 victory over St. Cloud AA, so might have our hands full. Let's see how it goes. Burke, Kelly, and Fessler, the starting forwards, along with Keefe and Pierce on defense. Puck comes into the Orono zone. Tried to play out by Pierce. Held in by Blaine. Back behind the net. Keefe hands off to Kelly. He was looking for Burke, who clears his zone. Burke's got it. He's got Fessler. No! No! He calls Fessler for offside. He looked like he had it. 75 people in attendance, and the crowd doesn't like the call.
Plenty of good seats still available.
All right, Blaine controls the draw. We've got the Yahoos coming in to attend the game. Now Blaine on the attack. He tried to shoot it and center it. Keefe got in the way and blocked that shot. Now Keefe takes it away. He gets it to Kelly. Kelly gets it to Fessler. Fessler enters the zone. He's got one man to beat on his backhand. He gets to the net. He puts a shot on, but it did not reach the goalie as Blaine was in defense. Now Peck with a steal. Kelly had it momentarily, but he was poke checked. Blaine coming the other way on the attack in the Orono defensive zone. Played there by Lee and Dacey. Now Blaine back behind their net. They play it off the wall. Shot goes wide. They dump it back behind the goal line. Kinder on the chase. He gives it to Dacey. Dacey looking cross ice for Downey. Downey catches, brings it into the zone. He puts on the brakes. He shoots. Glove save. 13:28 left in the first. We'll change them up again. Erickson, Weiss, and Dillon out with Keefe and Pierce on defense. Erickson wins it over to Weiss. Weiss tried to take a whack at it and give it a shot, but went off of Blaine's stick. Now back to the point for Keefe. He'll shoot. Just goes over the net. Erickson on the forecheck. Now with Weiss along the midboard. Blaine trying to clear. They do. Now they're on the attack. They come in. Played by Keefe. Good defensive play there. Along the boards, back behind the goal line. Now in the corner. Erickson with a poke check. He'll play it off the wall. He's looking for Sully Dillon. Dillon unable to clear, but Erickson does. Now Dillon at center ice on the forecheck. As Blaine has control, they'll go cross ice. And now they've got a 3-on-3 situation. Poke checked by Pierce. Pierce gathers. He gets it to Dillon. Poked back to Pierce. Now Blaine on the attack. Erickson backfills for Pierce. Does a nice job holding things up. Blaine behind the goal line. Now played by Keefe. He plays it off the wall. It's back to the point for Blaine. Oh, intercepted by Kelly, who's on. He's got Dillon on his right. He tried to pass it to him, but a good play by the Blaine defenseman to lay out and stop that puck. Kelly still got it. He gets tripped up. Now on the attack is Burke. He gets it back to the point for Kinder. Kinder shot. Save made. Fessler. Oh, he was looking for Dacey, but Dacey was backtracking a little bit. So come out of the zone. Kinder gets it to Kelly. Kelly gets it to Burke. Backhander. Shot. Save. Good give and go there. Nice little bang bang play. 11:39 left in the first. We've got no score. 3 shots on goal for Orono so far. Peck, Downey, and Lee come out with Kinder and Dacey. Peck wins it over to Downey. He's now got it in center. He gets a shot. The goalie just got a piece of it with his stick. Then he loses his stick. But Blaine's got control of the puck. They play it out to center ice. Now Dacey's stick goes. We got sticks all over the ice. It's a yard sale. Blaine back behind their goal, or back behind the Orono goal. They center it towards net. Packer there to play it. I should have mentioned that. Sorry. I always forget the goalies. You would think I'd remember that being a goalie, Dad. Packer in net tonight. Now at neutral. Peck on the back check. Dacey on the forecheck. Keefe plays it high off the glass. He gets it to Lee, who tried to get it to Peck. Overskated it a bit. Blaine comes in on the attack. They center towards net. Packer was there for the save. Banged off the wall by Lee. Now Peck gets taken down on a trip. The ref thought about putting his arm up, but then decided against it. Blaine moves towards the net. Now they'll cycle it back to the point. Now down low. Pierce on the puck. He'll clear it out to neutral and beyond. It scoots down the ice. No icing the call. They wave it. Blaine plays it opposite side. Checked by Weiss. Now Keefe puts it far side for Dillon. Dillon enters the zone. Well defended. He gets some help. Weiss momentarily had it. There's a stick in the way. Now Blaine clears it high off the glass. Pierce on defense. He takes it away. Weiss able to get it cross ice on a Blaine stick momentarily. Punch forward by Dillon. He's got to get there. He's got one man who just had a step on him. So Blaine will control. They punch it out to neutral. Kinder throws it far side for Weiss. Weiss now on the attack. He's looking to center. It was a little bit behind Dillon. And Blaine will go the other way. They're offside. They're still offside. Taken away. Kelly on the puck. That was given to him by Dacey. Now Blaine. Burke intercepts. Back behind the goal line. Backhander goes just wide. Now held in by Kinder. Kelly. He's looking to center. He's got Burke again. Burke shoots. Good save. Stick save by the goalie. Fessler back to the point for Dacey. Dacey takes a step in. Shoots. It almost tipped the crossbar. It might have. And the goalie will cover up. Good pressure from the Spartans. 6-2 advantage in shots on goal, but we're still scoreless with 8:39 left in the first. So Kelly centering Burke and Fessler with Keefe and Pierce out there. Kelly wins the draw. Over to Burke. Back to Keefe. Keefe will knock it back behind the goal line. Fessler with the puck. To Pierce at the point. Back down to Fessler behind the goal line. Puck squirts free. Burke back there. Now Fessler. He's putting on the brakes. Gets pinched. Burke trying to find it. Back right behind the net. Squirts into the corner. Fessler gets it. He comes into the circle. Hands it off to Keefe at the point. Now Kelly. He'll shoot. Blocked by a Blaine defender. And Blaine's got the puck. They get it out to neutral. Now Fessler has it. He's got... Okay, he slid the puck in. Kelly was like, I thought, 10 feet offside, but the puck was already in the zone. Blaine plays it out. They're on the attack. Pierce defending. He'll block that centering effort. Then they do center it, and they put it home. 1-0 Blaine. I forgot to start the scoreboard. I'll do that now. Blaine in their own zone, playing it off the wall, held in by Dacey. Peck, Downey, and Lee out there with Dacey and Kinder. Peck now down in the corner, puts on the brakes on the backhand, maneuvers. Blaine trying to clear, they do, out to neutral. Kinder will back tap it to Dacey. Dacey hits Lee, hit him in the skate. Now Blaine's got control. They come in the zone, poke check by Kinder, taken away. He was trying to get it to Peck, a little bit behind him. Battle in neutral. Blaine puts it on off the wall, but they were beyond the red line, so that's icing. Hold up a little bit for... Now they center, right out in front, Packer save. He's able to hold on, get a whistle. Now on the face-off, Erickson able to control it to himself. He's able to clear. Well, now he is. Dillon hits Weiss. Weiss enters the zone. On his forehand, shoots. Save made. Puck's loose out in front. Weiss got a tip on it. Goalie, it's loose. Dillon tried to bang it to Weiss out in front. It was deflected. Now Blaine able to clear the zone. Keefe on the puck. Gets it over to Pierce. Pierce whiffs on the first attempt. Now throws it off the boards. Held in by Blaine. Back behind the net. Centering pass goes off a couple skates, but back to the point. Now they'll cycle it back down low. Keefe racing to chip it. It's loose out in front. Keefe was able to steer it to the side. Blaine still on the attack. Throws it off the wall. Back behind the net. Played by Keefe, off the wall. Again, held in at the point by the Blaine defense. They get it back behind the net again. Now Pierce tries to cycle it up along the boards. Now poke checked by Dillon. Not able to get out. Blaine centers. Taken away by Keefe. To Kelly. Kelly shoots. Just wide. Blaine able to clear. They'll dump and change as Dacey goes back to retrieve the puck. He'll skate a bit. Gets it taken away. Blaine centers. Moving in. Held up by Kinder momentarily. Then Dacey checking from behind. Or otherwise known as back check. Now Fessler with the puck. In neutral. He'll get it across the red line and dump it in. Burke and Kelly on the far side chasing. Kelly able to get it to Burke. Burke had some space, but taken away. Now back in the corner. Fessler on the forecheck. Fessler back behind the net. On his backhand. He'll get it to Kinder at the point. Kinder throws one towards the net. Well defended by Blaine. Now Kelly takes it away at center ice. He enters the zone. Fessler going off for a change. So Kelly's all by his lonesome. Peck now coming to assist. Blaine will clear out to neutral. Dillon with the puck. He whiffs. Now he gets it in the zone. Blaine clears, and they've got numbers. But Pierce back there to interrupt it momentarily. Now centered, cross ice. Lee able to get a stick in the way of the shot. Now taken away by Sully Dillon. He's been out there a while. He's looking for a change probably. Shot, Packer save. Peck on the puck. Taken away. Blaine. Holding. Peck tried to clear. Now Lee does. He goes cross ice. He was looking for Downey. The stick got in the way. Now Blaine able to dump it back in. Dillon's still out there. Now he's on defense. Hey, is your kid playing both ways? You gonna take a break tonight, or?
Sully?
Yeah. He's been out there a while. Poor kid can't get off the ice. All right, we get a whistle.
You didn't come here to lay up. I don't know how he got back there on defense.
I know. I don't know what was going on. I guess we got a TV timeout.
Must have blacked out there.
All right. Now Orono put some skaters out there. We're trying to figure things out. It's going to be Fessler, Erickson. They've changed up the lines. That's why. Oh, shot right out of off the draw. They won it back to the defense. Quick shot on Packer, but he was equal to the task with a glove save. So, sorry, Kelly, Erickson, and Burke out there at the forwards. Burke wins it. Erickson able to clear. He gets it to Kelly. Kelly enters the zone. Poke check. Now Burke in the corner. Gets it to Kelly behind the net. Kelly pressed up against the boards. Erickson getting in there. Now it comes right on Burke. He moves in. He shoots. It goes off the side of the net. Burke with another shot. Goes off a Blaine defender. Blaine clears. Cross ice pass. Good poke check by Dacey. Kelly gets it to Burke. Burke shoots it in. Goes off for a change. Save made. Blaine cross ice. That doesn't touch anyone. It's going to come right in on Packer, though, so he'll stop it with the stick. Hand off to Fessler. Fessler looking cross ice. Plays it off the boards for Peck. Peck enters the zone. Nifty moves. Gets behind the net. Poke check. Blaine, we got to start moving the puck a little more because these guys are pretty quick. They're going to be faster getting back on defense than we can skate. Centering effort, broken up by Peck. Peck from the corner, clears the zone, just over the blue line, played by Blaine. Weiss digging in, trying to poke away the puck. Now, played by Keefe. They play whack-a-mole, and Blaine comes up with it. They enter the zone, played by Weiss and Keefe. Centering effort, wasn't able to connect. They keep the puck. They move in. Played there by Weiss and it was Pierce, I think. Now a shot goes off a stick up into the netting. We'll get a whistle. 31 seconds left. Blaine up 1-0 in the first. We'll change them up. Downey, Erickson, and Lee with Kinder and Dacey. Erickson wins it back to Kinder. Back to Erickson. He's able to get out of the zone, but taken down. And are we going to get our first penalty of the night? It looks like we are. There's a hooking call on Blaine as Orono will go to the power play. 20.5 seconds left in the period, so maybe with a man advantage, we can knot this thing up at 1 before the end of the first. Erickson takes a draw. He just kind of holds on to it. Now he gets it to Dacey at the point. Dacey gets it to Erickson along the wall. He's pushed up against the wall. Downey comes to assist. And puck goes far side. 6 seconds left. Blaine looking to clear. Lee able to hold him up. It's going to come out, and we're going to get the horn, as you heard. So 1-0 Blaine after 1. Orono on the power play to start the second. play to start the second.
Come on, White.
Orono with a 1-goal deficit, but on the power play for another minute 10 to start the second period.
10 shots, they say. I don't know if I agree.
Where are we starting out here? Keefe and Fessler on defense. We're switching some things up. Burke, Kelly, and Peck at the forwards. Burke takes a draw. Peck comes in and gets it. He brings it into the zone. He's looking to center. It goes off a Blaine leg. Now Kelly cycles into Burke. Out in front. Shot was saved. Peck's rebound attempt did not get on net. Now Blaine trying to look for some space to clear. They play D to D behind the goal line. Keefe was able to knock his man off the puck. Puck squirts out of the zone. Fessler to play it. Off the wall. Kelly will bring it in. Gets through the first guy. Now he hands off to Peck. Peck centers for Burke. He scores! Burke knots it up and one from Peck
I think you need that one.
on a power play goal. Makes it 1-1.
I think you can need it. Use his third step.
Burke from Peck ties it up. Now Blaine clears it to the far board. Weiss gets a body check. Not called. And a batted pass ends up in the bench. So we'll get a face-off just outside the Orono offensive zone. Actually, it's going to come at center ice. Erickson wins another face-off to Dacey. Dacey goes cross-ice for Weiss, but somebody tipped it. Now back in the defensive zone, Dacey goes through everybody. It went the length of the ice, but the goalie stopped it before going over the goal line. I guess he didn't see a hand up. Blaine trying to clear, cut off by Weiss. Weiss gets poke checked out into neutral. Kinder plays it back to Dacey. Back to Kinder. Kinder plays it. He tried to connect at center ice, and puck goes length of the ice for icing. 13-16 left in the second. We're tied at 1. Now Peck is going to center Downey and Lee with Pierce and Keefe on defense. Peck taking the draw. Wins it over to the side, but a Blaine player intercepts. Now, out in front. Blaine plays forward to forward, back behind the net, and then out front for a centering shot, but it didn't get through. Peck brings it in the zone, gets taken out. Blaine, cross-ice pass. They cross the blue line. Keefe on defense. Shot. Packer snugging the post is able to make the save and hold on for a whistle. 12:48 left in the second. Face-off, controlled by Orono. Peck's on the puck. He'll inch it along the boards. Downey chasing it down. He'll get there just before he goes beyond the goal line. Now he goes cross-ice to the point, not able to be held. A little too far for Pierce, but at neutral. He'll now get rid of it. Now intercepted by Blaine. They move in. Keefe able to interrupt that play and disrupt it. Peck back behind the goal line to Pierce. He's defended. Now Peck in the far corner, near corner, I should say. He'll bring it out. He'll skate it. He's going to skate it all the way in the zone. Downey goes off for a change. Peck gets to the net. Shoots. Save made. Now Kelly. Kelly takes a bit of a check, and Blaine's going to go to the box for it. A little cross check, I think. See what the call is here. A little conversation. Player says, okay, you got me. Roughing the call. Oh, we're going to have incidentals. Peck goes to the box as well. So, 5-on-5 still. No time on the penalties because they were incidental. Blaine able to play it off the face-off out into neutral. Little collision there. Fessler able to play it in the zone, but Blaine tips it right back out. So Kelly, Burke, and Fessler at the forwards, Kinder and Dacey on defense. We're going to get a call for a slash, I think. Blaine shoots from the point. Goalie goes off for an extra attacker, but Orono touches up. And we're going to get a hook. Kinder's going to go the sin bin. So Blaine will get up their first power play tonight at 11:28 in the second. Left in the second, I should say. Orono will have Burke, Kelly, Keefe, and Pierce out there defending and trying to kill this off. Kelly wins it to himself. He's able to clear the zone. Now he dumps it down the ice just past the red line, and that'll be icing. As we'll get a face-off. Oh, sorry, my bad. There was a call. Blaine's going in the box. Anybody see it? A hooking call. So we'll skate 4-on-4. So even strength, 4-on-4 action for the next minute 21. And then Orono will be on a whopping 9-second power play. Keefe from the point off the draw shot. Save made. Face off coming to the goalie's blocker side. Keefe able to hold. Now Blaine has it. They'll go off the boards behind their own net. Play up into neutral. Taken there by Pierce. He plays it back into the Blaine zone. Blaine bats it right back out. Keefe on defense. He pokes it away. He's able to take it away. Kelly looking for Burke. Burke enters the zone. Moves towards the net. He centers. It didn't connect. He's still on the puck. Now he gets knocked down. Keefe's got it from the point. Shot. Save made. Kelly on the forecheck. Blaine plays it near side. Looking to clear. It goes off their player's skate. Grabbed by Erickson. He nudges it into the zone, but gets nudged against the board. Now Blaine's got a 2-on-1. They got a 2-on-0. He's got a step. Shot. Packer save. Along the boards up to the Blaine point. They cycle it back down behind the goal line. It comes in on Packer. He makes the first save. Now Weiss with the puck. Penalty to Kinder is over. He'll go to the bench for a change. Shot by Weiss. Blocker save. Orono on their whopping 9-second penalty, and now that's over on the power play, I should say. Now Fessler. He'll get it back to Erickson at the point. Back to Fessler at the midboard. Down to Dillon. Back behind the net. He centers for Erickson. Erickson trying to get the shot. He's taken down from behind. And now he takes a shot unnecessarily. Rick Weiss comes in and says, don't be doing that to my guy. We get a whistle. 1-1 game, 9:28 left in the second period. We'll get a change of players here. So Peck, Lee, and Downey with Dacey and Kinder. Blaine wins the draw, back. Now they skate out of the zone. Now they got a 2-on-1, but pass didn't connect. Dacey on the puck. Along the boards, looking for it. Getting some help. Now Dacey will cycle behind his own net. He'll put it out to neutral. It's a loose puck. Peck going after it. He'll get there first. It goes off the Blaine skate. But Lee helping out. He centers. It was right out in front, but Blaine defense was there, and nobody from Orono was. Now Dacey brings it in the zone. He skates it in. He gets poke checked. Peck trying to find it. Does. Inside the circle. Shot on his forehand. High and over the net. Blaine able to clear down the ice. Dacey plays it. He finds Lee. Lee taps it forward. Downey on the puck. He lost it, but he got it to Peck. Peck plays it back to the point for Keefe. Keefe shoots low. Ooh, man.
Shot check.
He had some guys in front trying to deflect it. I think it got all the way through. Goalie made a great save with the glove. And we'll change them up with 8:16 left in the second. Burke, Fessler, Kelly, Pearson, Keefe. Blaine digging at it off the faceoff. Kelly gets hooked. No call. Now Burke back to the point for Keefe. Keefe slaps one towards center ice. Blaine brings it in 1-on-4. Poke check by Kelly from behind on a back check. Keefe takes it away, gets it out to center ice. Now Blaine brings it in. They try and skate through, but Pierce there. He gets poke checked right out in front. They're trying to center. They do now. We're going to take a penalty, and Packer's able to cover up. So, Orono going to the sin bin again. The culprit this time is Liam Pierce. He's been tried by a jury of his peers and found guilty. So Orono on the penalty kill, 7:35 left in the second. Blaine wins the draw, back to the point. Now down low. Kinder back there. Kinder and Dacey out on defense. Blaine having a little trouble getting the handle on this power play opportunity. Kinder able to play it up to the midboard. Cut off by Blaine, but Fessler on the puck. Oh, he was looking for Burke, who's out of the zone. Burke trying to get control. He gets poke checked and tripped up. Blaine coming the other way. Pass does not connect. Dacey on the puck. We're shorthanded. He plays it back to the point. Blaine defense now there. Dacey tries to glove it down. He does. Blaine controls the puck. 41 seconds left on the kill. Dacey poking at it. Blaine can't seem to find it. They get it down. Now poked away by Fessler. He'll hit. Tried to hit Erickson for a shorthanded attempt. Now Blaine brings it offside. 22 seconds left on the kill. We have Erickson, Dillon, Fessler, and Keefe. Puck comes in the defensive zone. Now Blaine looking to attack. They slide it over. Packer slides and saves. Back beyond the goal line now. They have centering effort. Didn't connect. Erickson tries to clear. Now does. It's at center ice. The penalty to Pierce is over. He's out of the box. And Blaine still has control of the puck. So, shot, save, clearing effort, cut off by Blaine. Dillon trying to get a stick on it. Now, poked out of there by Erickson. Blaine, over the red line, into the zone. Played by Pierce. Player goes over Pierce, literally. Shot, save. And we get a whistle. Is the net off? What happened? Oh, we got a guy down. It was the guy that awkwardly tumbled over Pierce, and he's down for Blaine, so they'll come out and check on him. Hopefully he's all right. 5:37 left in the second. We're tied at 1. You want a sub? No? Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. John Packer's going to be your sub commentator for a couple minutes. Actually, you mind?
I always just follow along.
All right, that's fine. Well, not my kids out there. So. How about at the break? All right, Peck, Erickson, and Lee with Daisy and Kinder. Sorry, Peck, Downey, and Lee with Kinder and Daisy. Peck wins the draw to himself. He gets a poke check before he can come in the zone. Now he gets it in the zone, off the wall. Held in by Downey. He'll cycle it down. Everybody chasing, including Blaine. They are looking to clear. Cut off by Downey. Downey shoots. Went off a stick. Comes in awkwardly. It's still loose. Lee got a whack at it, but they cover up.
Just as her takes a bit.
He just bounced off him. Somebody tried to cross-check Lee, and he just stood his ground and was like, was the wind blowing? All right, same five out there. Peck will take the draw to the goalie's blocker side. Gets it to Downey. Downey back to Kinder. Kinder tried to cycle it back down. Cut off by Blaine. They go D to D behind the net. They get a fortunate bounce. Now Peck interrupts one. Plays it far side for Daisy. Daisy along the boards. Cut off by Blaine. Blaine brings it in. Back tap shot. Packer save. Rebound goes far side. Lee able to get it out of the zone. Now Lee on the puck. Cross ice for Peck. Peck shoots. He scores! Peck from Lee. Duke Lee sticks with it, grabs the puck, gets it to him. Cross ice, and Peck buries it for a 2-1 lead.
Face off at 4:21 in the second. Orono controls. Fessler trying to control the puck. Gets it over to Kelly. Kelly to Keefe. Keefe for the shot. Wide left. Blaine picks it up. Back to the middle. Pierce on defense. Puck clears the zone. Bentley with a blocker save. Blaine controls it behind the net. Now pops out to Grayson Kelly. Throws it down the ice. Icing will be waved off. Blaine looking to capitalize. And they score. Two to two, just like that.
They'll clear out to neutral. They bring it in the zone. Daisy taps it. Able to poke check it away. Erickson gets taken down. Now played by Daisy out to neutral. It'll go length of the eyes. Not all the way because Blaine tapped it down. Now cut off by Erickson. He steals, he whiffs. He had overskated the puck just a tad, but man, it was a good steal. He almost had a clear shot. Now Blaine coming the other way on the attack. They drop pass it, taken away by Weiss. Weiss has numbers. He's got Dillon. He hits him. He goes back to Weiss. Now centered. Erickson shoots. Save made. Blaine able to withstand that 3-on-1. They're coming the other way. In on Packer. Shot just wide. Now he's still got it. He'll center. Unable to connect. Erickson able to clear. And Kelly on the ice will take it the length of the ice. He's got Dylan on the other side. He gets it to him. Shot. Save made. This goalie is lightning quick at sliding over. That was a great save by the Blaine goalie. Now Blaine comes the other way. Orono completes the change. Peck takes it away. Ooh, a little dangerous. Now he gets it to Pierce. Oh, taken away. Right out in front. It's loose. They shove it to the side. Downey trying to clear off the boards. Blaine working at it with Keefe. Now puck behind the goal line. Peck able to give it a whack on a bouncing puck. Pierce takes it. Gets it to Peck. Peck brings it in. Back behind the net. Poke check. Taken away. Blaine clears. Downey interrupts the entry pass. Now Keefe on the puck trying to find it. Hits Downey. Downey cycles it far side. Pierce on the puck up to Lee. Lee trying to hit Peck, exiting the zone. Now Blaine comes in. Pierce got away with a little bit of a slash. No call. So if there was no call, there was no foul, right? Puck goes all the way down the ice. No icing. They play it. Kelly on the forecheck. He's making life tough. Blaine plays it in the zone. They'll start a change. Stacy goes off the boards to Kinder. Kinder looking for some space. Cut off by Blaine. That was ice. That was outside the zone. John Packer, what do you think? It was out. Kinder plays along the boards again. Nobody home. Shot from the point. Packer save, and that'll do it for the second. We're all knotted up at 2 after 2. Paid attendance tonight, 77. Actual attendance, 73. We had 4 no-shows.
They're streaming.
What's
They
up?
decided to stream it home.
By the way, the upcoming third period is brought to you by Rings and Strings from Chris Dillon Enterprises. You're in a jam? You're in a place you don't want to be? Call Dr. Chris Dillon. He will take care of it. Innovation from Dillon Enterprises. All right, third period underway. Blaine comes in the zone, right off the faceoff. They center, looking for a shot. Fessler gets it to Kelly. So Fessler, Kelly, and Burke out there. They bring it in the zone. Kelly on. Oh, he makes a move. He backhands it just over the net. It was so close. Now, loose out in front. Fessler. Burke digging at it. Shot and held on to. Little pushing and shoving. They'll clean it up, and 26 seconds in, Orono with a great chance. Kelly with a great shot. It was just barely over the net on a backhand riser. Erickson wins the draw to himself. He punches it back behind the net. Weiss working to get there. Ooh, he got away with the trip. Blaine out to neutral. Dillon poke checks. Blaine all over the puck. Dillon keeps tapping at it. They punch it into the zone. Keefe plays it far side for Pierce. He tracks it down, throws it out of the zone. Good job. It's not going to go the length of the ice, so the goalie will play it. No icing. They'll play it out to neutral. Grabbed by Blaine. Oh, good sliding save there by Pierce. Interrupted what would have been a clear shot at the net on the far side. Now Weiss brings it in the zone. Great play by Liam. He cycles it down low. We're a little bit out of sorts. Blaine clears. Legs are getting tired, it looks like. They bring it in. Shot. Packer save. Kinder clears. Out of the zone. A little too far for Downey. Blaine will get there first. Downey whacking at it. Peck now has the puck. He'll move in. Back behind the net. He goes back to the point for Kinder. Kinder shot. Glove. Peck flips it in. Peck from Kinder. Makes it 3-2 Orono. Goalie gloved it, but wasn't able to squeeze it. And that left it right on Peck's doorstep, and he put it home. Interesting celebration music we've got going. It's off a Blaine player. Now it's loose. Burke on the forecheck. Wasn't able to get there before Blaine cleared the danger zone. Now Blaine looking to try and get in the zone. The Orono defensive zone. Kinder goes to Dacey. Dacey tried to clear. Goes off a Blaine player. Now Dacey back on the puck. Up the boards. Cut off by Blaine. Fessler comes away with it. He's got Kelly with him. 2-on-2. He gets it in the zone. He still has it. He moves towards the net. Backhander just high and wide. And we get a call. He was able to draw a slashing penalty. So Orono will go back on the power play with a 1-goal advantage. Erickson, Weiss, and Dillon out with Pierce and Keefe to start this Orono power play. 12:21 left in the third. Leading by 1. Erickson will take the faceoff. He wins it back to Keefe. Keefe thought about it. Now he's got the handle on it. He gets it to Erickson at the midboard. Erickson gets taken off the puck. Blaine takes it. And they will scoot it into the Orono defensive zone. They're on the attack. Pierce back there to take it away. He'll play it off the boards a little too far. He's looking for Dillon, who had stopped short to play it. Now Erickson gets it to Weiss, entering the zone. It's wide. Keefe pinches. Moves towards the net. Poke check by the goalie. They're able to clear. Pierce retrieves. Oh, doesn't connect with Dillon. We're a little bit out of sorts. Blaine dumps it into the zone, goes off for a full change. Pierce gets it to Peck. He enters the zone. Goes off a guy. Downey able to poke it back to Peck. Peck behind the net, waiting for help. Now Lee comes on. Pass doesn't quite connect. Now Lee shoots. It hit the post. Blaine now gets it into the zone, taken away by Dacey. Good play. 10 seconds left on the Orono power play. And that's icing. That's offside. Only 4 ticks of the clock left on the Orono power play. Peck, Downey, and Lee with Dacey and Kinder. From center ice, Blaine puts it in the zone, and that'll do it for the Orono power play. Kinder will backhand it over to Dacey. He plays it up the boards for Lee. Back to Dacey, back to Lee. Now he clears. Played by Blaine. Held up just inside the blue line. Downey and Lee working for it. Now Peck comes to help. Now Dacey able to punch it out. He's looking to retrieve it. He's got it. We got a 3-on-1. He hits Downey. Downey trying to get control. He'll put it on net because he was off his skate and just trying to get control of the puck. So unfortunately, it was a little behind him. Now Blaine coming in on net. Shot, save. Good save by Bentley. Peck. Now, played by Blaine. Peck going off for a change.
Come on, Orono!
Centered. They're looking for it. Bentley's got it right by the goal line. Frozen. Whistle. 9:49 left. Orono leading by 1. Shots on goal, Orono 22, Blaine 17. Uh-oh, they walk right in off the face-off. Shot. Save made by Packer. Now in the far near corner, Kelly gets it to the point, held in by Blaine. They'll cycle it down low again. Comes through everybody. Fessler gets it to Kelly. Kelly tries to hit Fessler back, entering the zone, but caught up by a stick, so offside the call. 9:24 left. Kelly, Burke, and Fessler out with Pierce and Keefe. Orono able to control the draw into the zone. Burke shoots. Save. .9:15 left. Drop of the puck, battled for in the circle. Blaine comes away with it. Up to the midboard. Held in by Burke. He gets it to Fessler. Fessler's going to shoot. Blocked. He gets it back. He loses a wheel. And back behind the goal line, Blaine able to clear to the midboard. Not out. Keefe able to hold. Kelly is getting knocked around right now. And not in a good way. Blaine able to enter the zone. They center it. It goes off everything. And Pierce was able to get a stick on a shot that goes into the netting. So good play by Liam to break that up. 8:32 left in the game. Erickson, Wise, and Dillon out with Kinder and I think it's Pierce. Nope, Dacey. Kinder. Now Blaine. Weiss digging at it. He's got it. Gets poke check from behind. Blaine takes it away. They'll cycle it. They center it. Shot was broken up. It's back behind the Orono net. Everybody trying to find it. It comes out in front. Now Erickson Kinder able to clear, but we're going to get a call with a check being called on Mr. Weiss. So he'll get 90 seconds to think about that one. Body checking the call. So Orono is going to be on the kill. Leading by 1, down a man. Peck, Downey, Kinder, and Dacey. They nudge it. Shot. Packer right there for the save. Now we got action out in front. And they're going to call Dylan Dacey. Ay, ay, ay. Now we're 5-on-3. 3-on-5, I should say. Nearly for the whole thing. So, Downey, Peck, and Keefe are the only guys out there wearing a white jersey for the next 86 seconds, I should say. Blaine controls the draw. Downey on the forecheck, trying to get it out of the zone. Blaine able to hold. They center right out in front. He couldn't get a shot off. Keefe clears. He does. Downey, 3-on-5. Short-handed shoots. Wide. Now, we got to get back. Blaine pass does not connect. That'll be icing. That'll take some ticks off the clock. So Keefe with a nifty play to grab the puck, throw it out to neutral. Downey was able to track it down and get a shot off. Into rest, just a little wide. 57 seconds left. Orono is 3-on-5. We'll send out Burke. Keefe will stay out there, and Fessler. Face-off won by Blaine. Fessler loses his stick, but was able to disrupt the play. Now Blaine enters the zone. Tipped by Keefe. Oh, Burke has a shot at it. He almost cleared it. Blaine retains possession. They center it. Shot. Goes over the net. Another centering effort. Burke able to clear the zone. Will it make it? It does. Icing the call, but 25 seconds now left on the 3-on-5. Change them up again and get some fresh legs out there. Good job by those three. Kelly, Pierce, and Peck now with the responsibility of killing this thing off. Blaine able to control, but it goes on Peck's stick. He'll ice the puck. And another 9 seconds off the clock. 16 seconds left on the 3-on-5. Kelly set to take the draw. He just holds on to it, ties things up. Blaine player comes in, shoots, Packer save. Another shot, just wide. Pierce, he'll clear. Great job. 5 seconds left.
Good job, White.
Pack able to tie it up at the blue line. Kelly able to clear. And first player is out of the box. Second player is out of the box. We are all at 5-on-5, but Blaine gets a shot right on net. Hey, he's got it covered. And then who took the nasty shot? Is that Malachi? Right into the boards. Yeah, he's not happy about it. Nor should he be.
Was it from behind?
Body check. Looked like a cross check to me.
Come on, White.
Malachi skating off. He's grabbing his helmet. Looks to be okay. He's probably just a little woozy. Nodding his head. That's a scary hit. We'll check on him. Burke, Fessler, Kelly, Keefe, and Pierce. Keefe puts one out in front. Kelly got a stick on it, but it went wide. Go get the puck! Pierce gets it to Fessler. Fessler cycles it down low for Burke. He moves in. Burke tried to hit him, but it was defended. Now Fessler takes it away again. He'll skate through. He'll shoot. He buries it! Fessler pays off the penalty to Blaine and scores unassisted on a power play goal. (4-2) Orono, 5:50 left in. There's a lot of lumber on the ice tonight. A lot of sticks being knocked out of hands. Blaine enters the zone. Poke check. Erickson trying to get there. Cut off by Blaine. Now Pierce. Pierce has it. He's got Dylan. Wasn't able to gain control. Out of the zone in neutral. Erickson at the blue line. Blaine brings it in.
Come on, White.
Blaine looking to get some spacing. Played by Weiss in the corner. Now Blaine has it. Erickson ties things up. Keefe trying to clear. It comes out of the zone. Blaine there first. Oh, they dump pass, stolen by Dylan. He moves in. He circles. Tried to center, but Blaine there with the sticks. They tried to catch Orono on a change, defensive change, but we got Kinder and Dacey out there quickly. Now off the boards. Erickson will gather. He passes it to Lee, who punches it forward. He couldn't get a shot as he was poke checked. But Erickson's still on the puck. Now Blaine able to clear out to neutral. Right on Kinder's stick. Kinder hits Weiss. Puck comes backwards into the zone. Dacey just flips it out into neutral. Blaine not connecting on the passes. Kinder. He'll play it out to neutral. Lee on a bouncing puck. Gets it in the Orono zone. Offensive zone, but Blaine takes it back. Now they're moving in. He moves in. Play defended by Dacey. That was Lee. I don't know. I can't see the numbers that quickly. Peck now punches it forward. He'll go retrieve it. He toe drags and hops. He's centered. Lee was a little bit behind it, and Blaine takes it. Now they'll drop pass. Shot. Packer with a great blocker save again. Now, Fessler poke checks it beyond the blue line. Blaine trying to come on in off the attack. They center. Comes in on Packer. He'll cover up. We'll get a whistle. 3:10 left. Orono with a 2-goal lead. All right, Keefe clears it to Kelly along the midboard, held in by Blaine. They center it. Shot. Wide. Centered again. Cut off by Keefe. Oh. His exit pass was blocked, but now Burke's got it, and he's got Fessler out in front. Fessler is just a little too far, but he shoots just over the net. Kelly now. He had it momentarily. Now Fessler to Kelly. Kelly toe drags. He shoots. Save made. Man, I thought he had that one. Burke centers cut off by Blaine. 2:24 left as Blaine is on the attack. Kinder swipes at it. The player retains it. It gets behind Packer, but he's able to save it before it goes over the goal line.
Good job, Blaine.
2:15. Erickson, Weiss, and Dillon with Dacey and Kinder. Erickson whacks it behind the goal line. Far side for Dillon. Dillon bangs it off the boards. Not out. Now Weiss punches it free beyond the blue line. Blaine, cross-ice pass interrupted by Erickson. Now they've got it. Dillon gets away with a little nudge from behind. Little bump. They try a cross-ice pass. That goes off Weiss's stick. Back behind the goal line. Taken away by Kinder. He loses it in the snow. He gets pushed up against the boards. All right, they're going to start getting physical now that they're down by 2 with 1:30 left. Blaine clears, but that's offsides by about 25 feet. It was close, as the player was still stuck in the zone. .123 left in the game. Peck, Downey, and Lee with Keefe and Pierce. Peck wins the draw, back to Pierce. Pierce off the boards for Lee. Lee will put it in the zone, but played there by Blaine. Peck on the forecheck. Now Lee comes to help. He bangs it to himself. He's back. He centers for Downey. Downey shoots. He scores! Downey was barely able to get the shot off. It actually went off a Blaine stick, but pops over the goalie. We'll take him any way we can get him. So Downey from Lee makes it 5-2 with 1:07 left. They're kicking it around. Peck loses his stick. He goes soccer style, tries to kick it to Downey. Poked by Lee. Out to center ice. Keith puts it in the zone while we had players coming out. We'll get a whistle. 34 seconds left. And check Keith. You'll have to go back and watch it. That was funny. All right. On the face-off, as Burke, Fessler, and Kelly join the fun with Daisy and Kinder on defense. Blaine, just inside the red line. Poke check by Kelly, not allowing them in the zone. We got bodies down. Now Fessler comes away with it. He gets poke checked as he tried to toe drag through a couple guys. Kelly with it being a nuisance out there. Now Fessler trying to hold the zone. Sorry if the camera wasn't on it. Burke from just inside the blue line. That'll do it, and Orono goes home victorious with a 5-2 victory over, I believe, our third AA opponent. So we're 2-0-1 if I'm correct, playing AA teams. 5-2 the victory. We'll see you next time. And have a happy Thanksgiving.